If you want to enrage the Gammon army, call them Gammon. And the response is epic from people who claim to be in favour of free speech and opposed to political correctness, people who like to say there's no such thing as giving offence, you can only take it. I now have a long queue of people complaining that me calling them Gammon is racist, which has got to rank among the funniest things that you've heard all day. But it also occurred to me from a couple of the texts that not everybody knows what it means, or indeed where it comes from. So, as ever on the programme, I'm here to help. It begins, we think, with a 26-year-old Charles Dickens writing in about 180 years ago. And there's a character in Nicholas Nickleby who is pompous and ignorant and uses faux patriotism to cover up his idiocy. And that is where the word gammon first appears. I'll read you the quote. "The time had been when this burst of enthusiasm would have been cheered to the very echo." What the character concerned Gregsbury has done is try to mask his own utter ignorance and stupidity by bleating about how much he loves his country. So the response to that, writes Dickens, is the time had been when this burst of enthusiasm would have been cheered to the very echo. But now the deputation received it with chilling coldness. The general impression seemed to be that as an explanation of Mr. Gregsbury's political conduct, it did not enter quite enough into detail. It's unbelievable, isn't it? And Dickens essentially described Brexit 180 years ago. His political conduct did not enter quite enough into detail. That's what happens when they say you have to believe. And one gentleman in the rear did not scruple to remark aloud that for his purpose it savoured rather too much of a gammon tendency. And that is, we think, the first recorded use of the phrase to describe somebody who seeks to mask his own. Well, it describes a large, self-satisfied, middle-aged man who professes an extreme patriotism in large part to disguise his essential selfishness and corruption. So, for the record, you can be gammon wherever you were born and wherever you may roam. It's a description of a mindset of utter ignorance, which you seek to camouflage by pretending to be patriotic. And there are more gammon listening to this programme than any other programme in the country.